Oh my gosh, let's get started. I'm just looking at my notes. See if anyone joins. I'm just grabbing some notes that I've made. And of course the cats have chosen this very moment to use their litter tray. Thanks, cats. Right. Tarot Myths Busted. So I've made some notes because I have a tendency to lose focus and go off on a tangent. If anyone knows me, they'll know exactly what I mean. So today on this Tarot Transformation with Tarot mini-series, we are going to be looking at some of the popular myths and misconceptions that I have found that people have about tarot, that people have said when I say I use tarot cards, or when they've approached me about a reading. So I'm going to be looking at a couple of those myths and misconceptions in this video. So if you're watching it on the replay and you have any questions, just tag hashtag replay and just ask me the questions and I shall get back to you about it. Otherwise, just type along as you're going along if you're watching this live, and we shall get started with the video because I don't have an awful long time. I wanted to try and get a video in before I go and get the kids from school because the lighting's a bit better, and I wanted to go and get some Christmas shopping done once I've got the kids and drop them off with their dad. So, Tarot Myths Busted. So one of the common sort of misconceptions or things people will say to me when they find out that I read tarot is, does tarot tell the future, or does tarot tell me what's going to happen in the future? So people might come to a reading expecting to find out what's going to happen to them in the future. They may have a very fixed question in their mind, like, when will I meet Mr. Right? When will I get my ideal job, for example? But what I always say is, no, tarot is not a tool to predict the future. A deck of cards, a pack of cards cannot predict the future because we create our own futures. We have free will, and everyone around us, they also have free will as well. And another thing, like, it's not great to know really what, sorry, my kitten is just jumping around there, it's an idiot. It's not great to know really what is going to happen in the future, because say you read the tarot and it told you you will meet your ideal partner in June 2022. That may cause you to discredit any other potential partners that you might meet along the way up until June 2022. So you would live your life obsessed that this thing that you're waiting to happen is going to happen at a certain time. So what tarot does, rather than that, is it tells you about the kind of, it gives you an indication of the kind of energy surrounding a situation. It's a tool to really tap down into your unconscious and get you thinking about possible solutions, possible answers, help you maybe look at things in a different way, see things in a way that you might not have seen them before. So a particular image might come to mind about the tarot from the tarot card pulled, and that might just spark something in your unconscious, and that might get you talking or thinking, and myself and the client will then work together using this prompt to sort of find a solution, find a resolution to help them move forward. So the way I use tarot is as a prompt to sort of, for discussion and to access the subconscious and unconscious mind in order to help you find answers and solutions so that you can move forward. But it's not, in my case, it's not a fortune telling tool. I will not tell people this is what is going to happen to you from the cards, because I don't believe that we know what's going to happen in the future. The future is still unwritten, and we have the ability to create our own futures, and the best way to predict the future is to create it. So another comment or misconception people have is you have to be psychic, or people will say to me, are you psychic? Now, I don't consider myself to be psychic. I do consider myself to be very intuitive and very sensitive to energies around people and around situations, but I don't consider myself to be a medium or a psychic. You don't need a special gift to read the tarot. You do need to be able to dig deep and tap into your intuition. You do need to have really good intuitive abilities. And in a future video, I will be looking at different ways that we can enhance our intuition and improve our intuition. But you don't need to be psychic to read the tarot. Tarot is a prompt. An imagery. It uses imagery as a prompt to sort of dig deep into your subconscious mind. And you've got to sort of be able to listen to that inner voice that comes through when you see a card or when I pull a card for you and we have a discussion. And there are simple ways that you can practice, like I say, listening to your intuition, which we'll cover in another video. But some really simple examples could be like, say you're thinking about which way to drive home from work. If say you've got two different ways. Oh my god, my cats. Why have I put Christmas decorations up when I have cats? Stop it! Sorry. So little decisions like that, which way to drive home back from work. Your intuition might tell you to go a certain way, and maybe you'll bump into somebody that you know and you've not seen for a while. You might drive past them and that might think, oh, I'll have to give such and such a buddy a phone call. So just really simple ways, or which coffee shop to go to, whether maybe your intuition is telling you to, oh, I've not seen or heard from such and such a body from a while, I'll give them a ring. Sometimes I wish I'd listened to my intuition about getting a kitten. Because it's not the easiest of situations now. It's currently charging around the room, chasing the cat round, and being a complete nightmare. But nevertheless, I do love him. So no, you don't have to be psychic to read the tarot, but you do have to have that ability to tune in and listen to your intuition. And like I said, these are different ways we can easily practice tuning into and hearing that inner voice inside of us. So another misconception people have is that tarot can make bad stuff happen. So it's a bit like the misconception about tarot predicting the future. Like I say, a pack of cards cannot make something bad happen. Human nature and generally like natural disasters and things like that, that's what makes bad things happen, not a packet of cards. That cannot make something bad happen. Yes, there are some darker cards in the tarot deck. People might fear the Tower card. Make something bad happen. They may get you thinking that you may have something negative in your life that you need to move on from or need to eliminate from your life. So these darker cards may show the darker side of human nature, and they may give you guidance on what is no longer serving you. But pulling the death card does not mean somebody's going to die. It can mean that there's a situation in your life or somebody that you need to cut ties with to put an end to, but it doesn't mean that somebody's going to die. It's not going to make something bad happen. It's not messing around with the spirit world or anything like that. It's simply a tool to use and tap into your intuition. Bad things can happen to us all in life, and tarot helps us to understand what we can learn from that so we can reflect on it and so we can move on. And the final one is, you're a weirdo if you read tarot. Well, I'll leave that up for discussion really. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that think I'm a bit of a weirdo, but I think variety is the spice of life. And in all honesty, all sorts of people use tarot. It's just like astrology, isn't it? Like your star signs. You might read your star sign and something in there will just resonate with you. And that will really give you something to think about. Everybody has different beliefs, and the world would be boring, wouldn't it, if everybody was exactly the same. So, and there's no such thing as being a weirdo anyway. Like I say, it's great to be different and to be interesting. So I'm going to end the video here because I have to go and get my kids from school and I'm on a very low battery. But thank you so much for tuning in. And like I say, if you're watching on the replay, #replay. So I shall be back tomorrow with another video where we will be looking at, I think we're looking at tarot and self-awareness. Or it may be questions to ask the tarot. I'm not sure. I'll have to look on my plan, but I shall post details of tomorrow's live tomorrow. And thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.